Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel today. My name is Christian and today we're here to talk about the highly anticipated comeback record from Sum 41. It is titled 13 Voices and I didn't really have big expectations for this record. I purposely didn't listen to any of the singles when they came out. I wanted to go into this record fresh because I haven't listened to a record from Sum 41 in a while. I've never been the biggest fan of theirs, but there's been this trend going on this year that a lot of the old bands are coming back and releasing great records. Bands like Blink, bands like Yellowcard, bands like Weezer. Lots of really great old pop punk bands coming back and bringing out great records. So my hopes were that Sum 41 were going to absolutely shock me. And unfortunately, they didn't. As you know, Sum 41 have always kind of lent to more of the punk side of pop punk. But on this record, they kind of thrown that out the window. There are some punk elements in there. But for me, this record didn't really hit. There are some choruses on here that are really good, but for the most part, everything just kind of feels like it falls flat. The best songs on this record are really just 3 out of 5 songs. There's one that's maybe a 4 out of 5, and then the songs that aren't as good as those aren't even worth listening to, in my opinion. So let's get into the positive first. Start on a good note. Murder of Crows opens up the record really, really well. The first minute and a half of it feels like something that Black Veil Brides would do. Now, hold on. I know Black Veil Brides are not a popular band, but if you listen to their concept record, and now I'm blanking on the name of it, but if you listen to that with those orchestral instrumentations going on, the first half of this first song, Murder of Crows, really does sound like that. And it is really the only sense of experimentation on this entire record. For the rest of the record, everything just kind of seems to be at the same pace. There's nothing really different or interesting going on. This is just kind of the most experimental bit of the record. Goddamn I'm Dead Again is a really good song, really punky, really fast, really fun. Not really much of a chorus, which is a good thing for this type of song. It is just straight up a punk song, really. And yeah, a decent song to open up this record. Fake My Own Death has a really, really great chorus. Other than that, it kind of just falls flat, but the chorus is enough to elevate this song to being one of the best on the record. And Breaking the Chain, in my opinion, is the best on the record. It is a softer song. It's got a massive, massive chorus on it. And the thing about this song is it really highlights that they still can write a big chorus, and that when the choruses on this record hit, they do hit hard. It would just be great to hear the rest of the songs do that, but unfortunately they don't. Twisted by Design, finally, is a really good closer. It's the longest on the record. It's over 5 minutes long, but it's completely justified. It is needed to be that long to really get everything from that song, and so I wouldn't cut anything from that song, really. The album is also the perfect length. It is 10 tracks long, it's just under 40 minutes, and it's perfect for this kind of style of record. It doesn't need to be any longer. For a style record such as this, you really do want to get in and get out and leave people enjoying the record. The songs could have been better on this record, but I do like that it's 10 tracks long. Now let's get into some of the negatives. There Will Be Blood is just a mess song for me. It just doesn't really do anything for me. There's nothing really special, but I can really see people loving it. I can see people loving a lot of the songs I dislike on this record. I just didn't enjoy them. 13 Voices for me is the worst on the record. It's just sloppy songwriting, and there's just nothing to grab onto. The choruses don't catch me. Nothing in the melody catches me at all. The instrumental's boring. Just nothing really hits me on this song. And there's lots of sloppy songwriting throughout this record. Even on the better songs, the songwriting still could use a lot of work, and that's something that comes with a band not being around for a long time and then coming back. They don't really have the same songwriting that they used to. God Save Us All is a fine song, but the Death to Pop subtitle, what are they thinking? That is just so awful. They're in a pop band, and they're talking about how pop needs to die. Really? You're really going to say that? Just, it's so hypocritical and something that I can't get on board with. Now let's get to the main problem of this record, and that's the production. It is way too clean for a record of this style. It needs to have that grit. It can't be this clean. To have a band that leans so much to the punk side of things, to just have it be so clean, everything sound too perfect, just really takes away from this record. And if the production had been a bit more dirty, a bit more gritty, then maybe the songs would have sounded a bit better. The songwriting wouldn't have gotten any better, but maybe the songs just would have sounded better sonically. And that's the main problem with this record. Overall, it's a pretty disappointing record from Sum 41. There are good songs on here, but nothing spectacular or really special on this record at all. There's nothing like listen to In Too Deep or Fat Lip and then listen to the best song on this record, and the difference in quality is just exponential. It is absolutely ridiculous, the difference in quality, and that is the main problem with this record. My top 3 tracks are going to be Breaking the Chain, Goddamn I'm Dead, and Twisted by Design. And now I'm going to bring a new feature into my reviews. I'm going to do the rating that I gave it on first listen, and then its finished rating. So on my first listen to this record, I gave it a 2 out of 5. Just thought it was very disappointing, very average, and something that I would never listen to again. Listen to it a couple more times, and my final rating for this record is going to be a 3 out of 5. It's an all-right record. I can see a lot of people enjoying this record, so if you're a fan of Sum 41, definitely go and check it out. If you're a fan of pop punk, definitely go and check it out. Just wasn't for me, this record. Anyway, thanks for watching my videos today. Please hit subscribe down below, and I'll see you next time. Fresh Cards.